Because our question is if the name equals this. Does not equal this. Well, guess what? This runs so many frames like crazy. This runs so many frames crazy. So they're like canceling each other out when they're running. That's one reason why we look at what we do in update, fixed update, and late update. There's a lot of purposes to a order of this. Now, if we wanted to, we could take this, cut it, put it up here. Trans does not equal null, and it will still do the same thing. Now, because of the way this is done, okay, it does not equal null. Okay, well, it will never be true because we're finding it. We're finding it because it's null right here. So this will never get executed either. And it can never get executed here because this call is slow. Now, this only gets done if it's null, right? Well, wait a minute. What if we go into the game and we assign it? Assign it our guy, or any transform would matter because it's not really being told what transform it's supposed to be. Because in the code, it says if trans is null. Wait a minute. Null means nothing. Well, it's not null anymore. Let's see what happens. Let's clear this. And it's supposed to come up with this message. Hey, this is start here. Because it's not null. Now we get these errors because the variable go obj test scripts is not assigned. Okay, that's cool. But look, hey, this is start. Hi there. It actually worked the way we intended. Now you're like, why do we get these errors? Unassigned reference exception. The variable go obj of your test scene was not assigned. Go obj. It wasn't assigned. So let's just assign it something. Clear this out. Now I'm pausing. Hey, it works. So let's see if we can just do that again. Go obj. Bang. Everything worked without it. Because the only time that we use this method is when it's not null and in start. Now, it's not exactly the coolest, but it does exactly what it's being intended right here. It's doing exactly what we programmed it to do. Hey, if it's not null, do this. If it's null, if it's null, if it's not, update. Hey, this is update. It's doing exactly what it's meant to do in this case. And this is just showing you what these updates are doing. Fixed update and update. And you could, I don't know if you can see it on YouTube or not. These are slightly different, but they're called different. Okay. This one will say like 100 before this one. I think it's because there's not much physics going on in the thing. And I think physics can be drawn like a lot of times. But Not too sure about that. But I do know it's used for physics. That and I just know how to use it. That's all. Now this late update, this is never being executed because this condition, by the time it gets into doing this, the update is already going and going and going. So the important thing is to know how efficiently your code is running. If it's really, really quick, it can do this before it gets up to this. And executional order is very important because it's not going to matter if this awake is down here. It just has to be awake because the internal engine is told to run all these first, these second, and then go on, so forth and so forth. So this is an introduction into scripting, and I hope this helped you understand a little bit. I'm trying to do baby steps, and just because I know a lot of people probably are not familiar, or you might be familiar with Unity. This is for people who aren't at the moment. I mean, I know you're going to love it when I get up to object pooling, and I've got a planned FPS shooter that I might show you guys how to build a starter one, so that way you can go around and start blowing stuff up. So, it should get interesting for you, and I'm sorry if this is a little boring for people who know Unity. I would like to introduce more people into the community, and that's my goal. So, be patient, like, subscribe, share, do your thing, or whatever, and I'll continue trying to make more and more of these and try to help you guys out understanding certain aspects and other things. But hope you guys have a lovely morning on January 11th, 2016, or any other day or night. And go drink you a pop and try to play around with these debug.logs and experiment and get yourself familiar with the engine because it's going to be pretty interesting maybe in the next video. I'm thinking about making a little shooter for you guys so that way you guys have a project to play around with. So take care guys, and hope to see you around, and take her easy. Bye bye.